Welcome back to another 6 scale figure review with me, your host, That Metro Mania. And little known fact about me, I love clones. I was going to swear there, but I realized if you swear in like the first minute, YouTube just goes, this video ain't content. So I'm not going to do that. Maybe later in this video. But God, I love clones. It's my favorite thing. I grew up with the Clone Wars. I grew up with the prequels. Prequels didn't make me love clones. The Clone Wars did. But the prequels helped. Because I liked seeing the pretty clones. So having another clone in the collection is always a good thing. And this time we have the Bad Batch Wrecker. Who is one that I've been looking forward to because I wanted to see how big he was compared to the rest. Which means, because I am one of the people who bought Crosshair, that I only have one left. And that's super exciting, but at the same time it's really sad because I feel like I'm running out of clones to buy. Which is a shame. Because I need more clones to buy. Hot Toys, please get on the 212th clones. 501st clones are great, but I'm a Cody guy at heart. But yes, this box art, just like normal Star Wars boxes, is pretty nice. I love these boxes because it just shows you what you need to see. Here's the figure. Here's a bunch of black. It's straightforward. It's nice. It doesn't need to do anything fancy. I like Hot Toys boxes for Star Wars. But we don't want to see the box. We want to see the figure. So let's get him out of here and out of that box. So it doesn't really click in the show because you're watching a show and the models are all kind of like, you know, they're animation models. But once you get this as a figure, you realize this guy's huge. Like, yes, you could see he's big in the show, but he's huge compared to like literally everything else. I don't understand how this guy got so big. What's he eating? What's his workout regime? But he looks awesome. Wrecker has this great... I love Wrecker's helmet design. I love his overall design. I think Wrecker's great. I think all the Bad Batch characters have fantastic designs. And Wrecker is no exception. I think he looks great. The posability on this guy will probably be alright because he's got a bigger body, but he's got the fabric undersuit, which is awesome. Clones have some great posability. And I'm super excited to add this guy to the collection. And hopefully tech comes out sooner than later. Anyway, I know Wrecker gets dizzy, so let's get him off the spinning turntable of doom here and take a closer look at the guy himself. So of all the guys to not come with explosives, I cannot believe it's Wrecker. Seeing as though he's the one who makes the boom happen. However, he does come with a couple things. He comes with his clone commando blaster that I can't remember the exact specification name of. I think it's slightly bigger than Hunter's because he is a slightly bigger man. But it looks super cool. I do like the way it looks. I feel like Wrecker should have a bigger gun though. That's just me. And he does come with the biggest knife you've ever goddamn seen in your life. The yellow does look a little cheesy. It doesn't look as good as it should, I think. But it's alright. And then he comes with his head sculpts, because all the Bad Batch have head sculpts. And this one is no exception. It's a nice blend of animation and Tamora Morrison. The scarring on the side of the head looks great. The white out of eye. The way I just threw the sculpt, I think it looks really good. Overall, I'm super happy with it. I'm not a huge fan of using clone heads. But for Wrecker, you might make an exception. I don't know why I keep dropping things. You might make an exception because he wears the helmet on the head, but I don't think they designed it for long-term use. Anyway, let's get this out of here before I drop it a third time. Let's get this in here. Because, as I stated, Wrecker has this awesome helmet. Stand up a little straighter, please. Attention. So it's got this really nice, you know, gray, black, white, red color scheme, which speaks to me. The way this is done reminds me of like the Punisher show, the way the Punisher logo is painted on the helmet. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It looks like a gaping maw of some sort, but I don't know what kind of maw it's supposed to be. But the weathering is really well done. All the Bad Batch have really good weathering except for Echo, which makes sense because Echo is the newest to the group. So his weathering isn't going to be nearly as in-depth as the other two. Other three, other four. I don't know where other two came from. But yeah, the helmet looks super good. 99 up there. The helmet is fantastic. And it looks nothing like a clone helmet, so it stands out so drastically in the bunch. And again, his size doesn't help him standing out, or it helps him standing out as well. Then we come down to the armor, just some nice armor detailing. Again, the weathering is super nice. I think the red around the collar helps the collar pop just that little bit more. Those splashes of red really, really help out, especially like here on the shoulder with this like ODST style skull and shoulder piece. I think this looks super cool. It does remind me a lot, like I said, of the ODSTs, which I wish I had a 6-scale version of now that I think about it. But it does a very good job. These are also on straps, so these are on Velcros actually. So the shoulders are on Velcros, so you get some range of motion. These do restrict a bit, but I don't know what kind of poses you'll be doing where you need too much range of motion on a wrecker. I like this being covered here. It's nice. It covers any issues. Just like a regular clone, but there's less detailing on the inside. It's just more like a big piece of armor down to his crotch armored area, which looks pretty cool as well. It's a crotch armor. It's not much you could do. I do like these little, I'm assuming they're like ammo pouch type things, or just pouches in general with the red on the sides. Helps bring out that middle area that little bit more. I like these Halo 4 style arm things with like pointy bits on the sides with the red knuckle. The small pieces of red help me to love this a little bit more, because black and red are, they go together so well. So like having like this little bit here or this bit here just helps the black pop out that little bit more and just makes it look overall just better to me, in my eyes at least. Same with this backpack. I love the designs. Again, I know I'm getting very much into Halo today, but this very much looks like something an ODST would wear, like a Hell Jumper logo. Backpack is not as bulky and big as the other Bad Batch members. It's a little bit flatter to his back, which I do like. It helps a little bit more with putting him on a shelf, because he won't take up that much backspace. Legs are pretty generic for the most part. Normal leg armor. His knees are on things, the straps, so they move around. His legs, normal legs down to his normal feet. And he's got his knife holster here, which just slides right in when it wants to. Just gotta remember which way it goes. Like I said, when it wants to. Guys, this is embarrassing. I can't remember which way it goes. I think it's this way. There we go. Guys, first try. I'm a professional. Anyway, that's a bit of Wrecker. Why don't we bring out a bit of the rest of the team and see how much bigger he is than everyone else. Money shot, baby. So, as you can see, I put Wrecker in the front here just so you can see how big he is. He's wider, he's taller, he's beefier, and he should be. He's, the brute of the group. And so far, the group looks really good. One away. I never thought we'd get this close. I really didn't think that they would release Wrecker and Tech after Crosshair barely got released, but I almost didn't pick up Crosshair because I was worried Crosshair was barely going to get released, which I'm glad I didn't, because Crosshair is going for God knows how much money right now. So anybody who missed out on completing their team, I'm so sorry for you. But yeah, here's the Bad Batch, and they look stunning. I'm very happy to have them all together. When I get Tech, I think I'm going to try to display, or I have a comparison with all the clones I currently have, just so you could see them with all the other clones. I don't want to overdo it with the clones, but I think when Tech shows up, I'm going to go crazy. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I think I'm going to go nuts and have every clone somehow in here, just so you could see every clone next to each other. Anyway, let's do some articulation. Drop. Life ending 360 degrees. It's a little tight at the back, so don't go too life ending, but you shouldn't have to worry about that, because most people aren't posing Wrecker with their helmet like this. Arm goes up about that far. Up about that far comfortably. Back about that far. Decent 90 at the elbow. You know, articulated, no problem. There is no crunch, so just accept that. But Wrecker's got a decent spread for the most part. I mean, for as big as a guy, you know, he's pretty posable, flexible. Leg goes up about that far. Leg goes back about that far. Knee bend and ankle articulation. So, I mean, he's a big, bulking Hulk brute. So he's not going to pose much, but he'll pose enough where you could probably get whatever pose you need out of him. Anyway, Wrecker, how about we get to the end of the video? Like I said, Wrecker's head was not really meant for the helmet up look in mind. You could definitely do it, but his helmet's usually more like on a lean up and like over. It's not directly on top of his head like this. There's not much you could do to change that. It's like Chewbacca wearing the Stormtrooper helmet in LEGO Star Wars. That's what this looks like currently. But if this is the look you're going for, then here you go. This is it. All in all, Wrecker is a solid figure and a solid clone and a solid addition to the Bad Batch. Hopefully they can end it on a strong note with tech. We'll just have to wait and see, since that should be coming out real soon here, according to Hot Toys release post. I'm happy to have this guy. I'm happy to have another clone. I'll take any clone I can get my hands on. For the most part, they did miss a couple, which is a shame. But, you know, say la vie. We move on. We collect more clones. Anyway, if you picked this guy up, feel free to let me know. If you didn't pick this guy up because you missed Crosshair, let me know as well. Most people miss Crosshair, and that's why they haven't picked up the rest of the Bad Batch after Hunter and Echo came out. It's been a whole problem, I guess. And with all that, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to subscribe and like the video because it helps the channel a lot. The channel's been doing pretty nice recently, so I'd love to keep the train rolling, help get that help, keep that ball going, because we've been doing really well. And always feel free to comment, like I always say. Comment whatever you want. Talk about your favorite clone. Talk about your least favorite clone, Dogma, and then you know, we just talk about whatever. I love clones, so I'll talk about the Clone Wars all day long, man. It's up to you. And with all that out of the way, I've been me, and you've been you, and thank you for watching another 6-scale figure review. Hopefully you'll join me next time when we review something maybe new. I will see you then.